in the world of AI, original thought is more valuable. People don't have original thought anymore. The reason we don't have original thought is because we live in an era where everybody's distracted. People pick up their phones all the time. It's very easy to get distracted when something gets challenging. Don't think about your strategy as like, I gotta make a video that's aligned with the product that I'm selling. Yeah, you can make those videos. You should definitely make those videos, but you should also make videos of what you want to talk about.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs, folks. Today in the studio, I got a real motherfucking treat. Digital Jeff is in the house.
What's going on?
Folks, if you guys don't know this dude, Jeffery Castillo, aka Digital Jeff, he's growing a little following on Instagram, TikTok, social media channels everywhere as, well, Digital Jeff.
Digital Jeff, man.
Caught my eye because I saw you talking about Chat GPT. That's a big thing nowadays. And I'm recognizing, man, and when I'm first seeing it, I wasn't seeing you yet, but I'm seeing Chat GPT, and I thought, well, shit, dude, like everyone's worried it's going to take our jobs. I'm like, only if you're a fool.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it's not going to take your job. It's going to enhance your ability to make money if you leverage it right.
If you leverage it, correct.
Yeah, and then I started watching you, and you're like, dude, that's a smart way to do it. That's a good way to do it. So I invited you on the show. So everybody here knows OBL's just trying to get the knowledge from the people who have it. That's you. To the people who need it. That's us. Especially when it comes to Chat GPT, because, dude, you can leverage that shit to make money online right now.
Right now.
Can't you?
It's right here. And you can, the beautiful thing about this is that you can learn it in such a short period of time, and you can literally start making money within the first, I would say 3 to 5 days. If you have some form of business knowledge, but it doesn't take a year, 2 years like it used to take. Like if you wanted to learn how to, I don't know, make videos or program or sales, whatever that was, it would take 6 months, maybe a year, 2 years before you got a little bit of experience. But with ChatGPT, like the principles that you can learn, it's fairly simple to learn.
Well, a couple of them I saw got me to where like you're like, and you break it down. By the way, if you guys want to see some of what I'm talking about, just go to @DigitalJeff. Right?
Yeah, @DigitalJeff, Instagram.
Yeah, and you'll see. You'll be like, oh, I see who he is. If you guys are listening, you're not watching the video, dude. He's just dude wears glasses and freaking tells you slick shit to do with Chat GPT. And by the way, Chat GPT, for some of you that don't know, and I hope you all do, it's just an AI interface that's out in the world that basically is the beginnings of artificial intelligence.
Correct.
Now, I can tell you, artificial intelligence at this point isn't very good at math.
I would beg to differ, but why do you say that?
I'll prove it when we leave here.
Okay.
Because I asked ChatGPT version 4 or whatever's the latest. I started paying just like, anybody with a brain. So I upped it to whatever level and asked it this question. If I saved $700 a month, every month at 10% interest annual and 10% interest annually, how much money would I have in 30 years? And it doesn't know.
That was literally the way you put it.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I teach is what we call prompt engineering. So in the way you communicate to AI is
the key.
So
I identified that myself, which I do pat myself on the back because, dude, that's like, you need to know how to ask the question. You need to know how to give the command or whatever it is you want to do. You need to know exactly how to phrase it to get the best result.
Correct. So that's what I do. I teach people how to do that. When it comes to ChatGPT, like that's what I do online. That's not really what I do 24/7.
Well, you gave good tips, dude. You said you had one that I saw that said, how any content creator can write a book in one click. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I wrote my own book. Mm-hmm. It's only like 100 and some pages. It's not a big novel, but it is every word I wrote. And when you read it, you can tell Brad Lee wrote that like himself. A lot of times these guys get, ghostwriters. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't write the book if a ghostwriter wrote the book. So I can't say I wrote the book if I didn't write the book. I'd say, I had a ghostwriter and here's my book. Here's my story.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, if I say I'm going to write a book, I'm writing the fucking book.
Correct.
So I wrote this book. Now I can write 100 more books right behind it. But I'll say, when it says author, Brad Lee plus Chat GPT.
There we go. And there's nothing wrong with it, because one of the things that...
There's nothing wrong with it even if you didn't say Chat GPT. You know why? Because you wrote the book.
Correct. Yeah, and one of the things...
That's just how you wrote the book.
That's how you wrote
but you did write the book.
But there's ways, for example, like you can grab like all your solo podcasts or your solo like monologues that you have online. You can turn that into... You can train them a model into your own version of Brad Lee, the AI version of Brad Lee. And you can say, AI version Brad Lee, talk about this topic. That's chapter 1. It'll use what you've already spoken about, your thoughts, your ideas, the way you see the world.
So then a job would be created for a AI trainer. Like right now, I would want to hire an AI trainer. Mm-hmm. Why? Well, because dude, I need someone specifically there to train AI to be me.
Correct.
Because again, when you say you can do this, you can do that. How do you upload a episode of Dropping Bombs? How do you upload all the content I've ever created? All my speeches, all my classes, all my courses, everything I've ever said. I've got like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of video of me yapping.
We should create a Brad Lee GPT.
Well, you know, a couple people hit me in the DM and they say that they have, and I never really like take them that seriously.
No, they probably do.
Yeah, but if someone actually took the time to already do this and they have it, that'd be great. But how do I use it is the question, because, you know, other than my ego, hey, look, I got a Brad bot.
There's 2 ways. Well, go for it.
Well, I'm just saying, the key isn't, you know, that I got a Brad bot. The key is how do you leverage the Brad bot to basically scale yourself and duplicate yourself and be able to expand your content creation ability.
Correct. So if we were talking about today, you could do multiple things. One is like, now you have, people can directly ask you a question. Instead of you having to respond to me through a DM, you have Bradley GPT answer the question to me, and it's going to be the same response. You'll probably look at
by the way,
like
that fucking rhymes, and when it rhymes, it's more marketable.
Yeah, go tell Maria to buy the BradleyGPT.com.
Bradley GPT.
Yeah. So
Bradley GPT.
Yeah, I like it.
So do I.
So that's one. That's the easy.
I buy URLs like freaking.
And you can
candy.
charge $9.99 a month for that service. You know, 99 for free, whatever. Like you decide how you want to do that. Obviously, there's ways to. But like this second one we talk about is like, how do you scale your content? You know, and you speak about wanting to write a book. Now, for it to be your ideas, when you read the book and you feel like you wrote it, that's really Brad Lee writing that book.
Do you mean you could fucking spend hours just hanging out?
Yeah, I mean, I can push back my flight. It's my father's birthday tomorrow, so that's why I'm flying back. Well,
and I got to do some shit, but dude, I'm going to stay connected with you for sure. I mean, you know, I bet you a whole bunch of people in the bomb squad are going to reach out to you. I'm going to get BradleyGPT.com. That way, one example is you just gave, you know, people could ask me questions, but see, people know it's not asking me questions, but if you train it right, it is.
Yeah. You can train it like on all just business, like everything you know 100%. About business, sales, marketing,
but it's not good at math. When you say I beg to differ, as soon as we're done, we're going to walk in, I'll pull up Chat GPT. I'll ask it the same question. You can even ask, and then go to an amortization calculator and put it in. It's never, I've done it several times and it's never the same. It's not calculating. It's not good at math, dude. You know what AI to me is currently? A really fast query database.
Yeah, you're onto, yeah. I would say yes, but you got to remember, this is the worst that AI will ever be.
Right. It's going to get smarter and better and smarter and better.
It's at an exponential rate too.
Hey, and let me tell you something else. My team here programmed an AI to sound like me, and then took a script that I had no time to film and fucking literally made an audio with me saying the script. And dude, they played it for me, and I said, when did I record this? Yeah. And they said, dude, that's the AI voice.
I've been doing that for my clients as well.
I said, it sounds like me, except, you know, slightly more, I don't even know.
You just got to feed it maybe a little bit more, or
it's a little off. But if someone called me and said, I'd believe that was me. It's the closest voice to my own I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening right now is like, you've heard of the virtual girlfriends?
Yeah.
So think about that like in not virtual girlfriends, but like virtual coach. Think about that, where somebody can send you a question and you send them back a voice memo.
Now go back when you say heard of virtual girlfriends. What do you mean?
So it's the AI girlfriend. So you can date a girl and she'll respond to you through voice messages.
And people are doing it?
Yeah. This girl made $72,000 in 24 hours.
Well, that's a girl. That's not an AI.
No, AI girlfriend. It wasn't her. It was her GPT version of her. Oh, it's on my page. I speak about it, how she made the money and how she was able to communicate with. She had 8,000 boyfriends all at the same time.
And how much a pop?
It was I think it was $9 a minute, something like that, something outrageous. So you ask her a question, she'll respond to you no matter what you ask her, she's gonna respond to you through a voice memo.
So, dude, how did you learn all this? You were just Jeff Castillo one day, and then you became digital Jeff.
I've always been digital Jeff for 20 plus years.
What were you doing?
So I became a developer at the age of 15, like an HTML developer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to film school or somewhere, somewhere in the tech side. I like filmmaking, but I also like tech. I created a platform called The Rush, and it was a sports website that would cover. I'm talking about 2003 here, so it's a while back, and we would cover sports from all angles, and we would. When I say we, it was me and my brother. We would, take photos, videos, upload. It was before YouTube. Articles. I would write the articles, code the website, the whole nine. So, I did that for a while, and then a lot of people don't know this, but if you go to my page, you'll see I have 4 kids. 3 of them are adults already: a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 15-year-old. So I got married at 17. So when I got married, instead of me going to like film school or any type of school, I was like, I'm gonna open up a business, because that's the only way I saw myself out of poverty. So I opened up my first agency, would offer website services. I was the only web developer in South Texas for years. So I was a little kid talking to older man about
websites,
about why they need a website, the same way we're talking about GPT right now and AI. So it kind of like the history repeats itself, the story repeats itself. But I was digital Jeff since the very beginning, because I was the go-to guy for whether you needed somebody to fix your VCR or somebody to build you a website. I was a go-to guy. And
did you accidentally do that or on purpose? Like, in other words, you knew computers and shit were going to be big.
So I got my first computer in 7th grade, and it took me a week to get online, because it was just AOL CDs. You remember the AOL CDs? Like where you put it in. Finally got on, and when I went on the internet for the first time, I was like, oh, this is it. This is the future. 7th grade, I still remember. I told my brother, he was 6 years older than me. I'm like, I finally connected to the internet, and he was like, don't give a fuck. Like, he did not care. I was so excited about it. So,
imagine people now that never knew back then examples of that. Like, dude, there's people right now that have never lived without an iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids.
I remember when iPhones were nothing. There wasn't such a thing. It was a flip phone.
Or the BlackBerry.
I was around even with the brick phones.
Yeah.
So you don't look that old. How old are you? You born in 1984? That makes you what, about 41, 40?
39.
39.
Yeah.
January 27th, same birthday as me.
Man. Let's go. We got to celebrate together now.
And you spent 21 years in the field of tech, digital media, mass communication, and marketing, which incidentally, I believe are crucial in getting rich nowadays.
Yeah.
Because again, people always ask me, well, Brad, you help all these people make courses and make millions selling courses. Yes. What are they doing? Well, number one, they're selling a system, not just a video. And then number two, they know how to market, or they've hired someone that does. Because that's all it is marketing, man. It's your messaging, it's your branding, it's your target, it's the offer, it's all of it mixed in. But overall, essentially, it's just marketing.
Yeah. But I see like in 4 tiers, there's like the distribution, and then there's the marketing, and underneath that is product. You need the product. And the last one is the logistics of the company, how you organize, how you structure the company, the operations, how you manage 1 employee, 10 employees, 100 employees, so.
So when you started, so you already were into computers. At what point did you start realizing, hey, you can go to, like, you told me about a website called like Snack Prompt or something?
Snack Prompt, correct.
Yeah. Like, how did you find Snack Prompt? Is there a Chat GPT world is what I'm saying, where everybody over there knows, but how did like I not know about Snack Prompt?
It's the wild, wild west, man. I've always had this intuition. That's always been my thing. I know what's happening next. It's almost like if I can see what nobody else can see.
That's why you say that you're a futurist.
I'm a futurist. I've proven it over and over to myself to the point where I can't even tell you like, oh, I wouldn't be able to disagree with somebody telling me you're a futurist.
Well, I would say I'm a tad of a futurist myself.
Yeah, I see it in you. I see it.
I think I am.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been right a million times.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a futurist.
Yeah.
You know,
January 27th, futurist.
Well, you're basically predicting the future. But a lot of times I predict the future by creating it. Now someone will be like, nah, I've seen that on a poster. So have I. Who gives a fuck? It's still intelligent. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when in all reality, your ability to say, hey, I think this is where it's going has been accurate.
Extremely accurate, to the point where, you know how I told you I started focusing on my personal brand this year? The reason I decided to make that decision it wasn't like an ego thing. It was just like, I see 5D chess right now and I'm not even applying it to myself. The way I see what's happening next, this is one of the big ones. Like, I call it the one, like, think about CNN has a face now, right? Like the one man army, one man media company. Think about ESPN being one guy. Yeah. So
that's
now
this guy, the guy that's standing out there with this in his hand, because this is a TV station right now.
Correct. So I feel like,
look, I'm sitting here interviewing you, texting back and forth with Patrick Bet David. Tristan just told me to WhatsApp him at any time. I mean, at the end of the day, like, dude, it's all about fucking influence and connection. If somebody can learn what you're talking about and build a personal brand to where their network is large, I'm not saying that to say, hey, look, everybody, PBD is texting me. He's over in Romania with Andrew Tate, and Tristan just gave me his number. And it's not about bragging. It's about look at the freaking connectivity a personal brand will give you. Because the only reason I know all these people is because of this, bro. Mm-hmm. Not fucking crazy.
I'm here because of this too.
I reached out to you. I just DM'd you and I'm like, how'd you like to drop a few bombs, give the people some love? You're like, fucking dude, been watching you for years. I'm like, fuck, dude, I guess people do know me. Yeah. But again, the key is, in my mind, having a brand. Well, you have to have one first. And and a lot of people are like, how do I build one? Folks, you already got one. The question is it good? Is it bad? Do people know about it? See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the difference, is you've already got a personal brand. Like right now you're wearing the glasses, dude, that's got to be part of a personal brand. Correct. Leather jacket, personal brand. So now when you're on, when you're walking the red carpet one day and they're like, that's not fucking Jeff Castillo, dude. That's Digital Jeff.
That's Digital Jeff.
You built the brand.
Yeah.
You've succeeded.
And I intentionally showed up with the glasses because that's how you saw me.
Like Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Remember Max Headroom? Yeah. You old enough to remember Max Headroom?
Well, I have two older brothers, so yeah, but I've seen it.
But dude, that Max Headroom, if he would have been a real person, would have been a brilliant branding. Do you know who's the best at it in the world right now? Who is the best brand builder on planet Earth right now? Whether you want to argue about it or not.
I would say it's Andrew Tate.
That's who the fuck I would say it is, dude. He masterfully did it.
And I'm number 2 right underneath him.
And what's funny is, dude, he did it and now he can make pretty much anybody he wants famous. Why?
Correct.
Well, because of his brand, he can make Tristan. Like, no one knew who Tristan was. Now it's Tristan equally to Andrew Tate. Like, they're brothers. They're cool. And that's part of their brand too. It's like fucking awesome, dude. But more importantly, he got a bunch of people to share his content. Let's talk about that. How come right now someone can't just go get 1,000 people to share their content every day and the same thing would happen?
Because their message is diluted.
Their message is diluted?
Yeah. We're living in the age of like people trying to post 20 times a day. People don't spend time to focus on what they're saying when they're on camera. So there's like this famous passage of Jesus with John, his cousin, and John's asking like, why do you always go by yourself, like to the woods for like days or whatever? And Jesus tells him like, so I'm preparing the sermon. the people that are going to listen to the sermon I need to make sure they receive it in the right way. And I feel like if you apply that to every video you make, that's powerful.
See, that's what we're talking about right now with my team. Like, I was supposed to be downstairs filming this morning. I had some shit come up, but I couldn't. Why? Because I didn't prepare. Now I can all you see me right now on social media is me being me, randomly running my pie hole. There isn't a lot of preparation that goes into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to add a little preparation. So it's funny because, again, dude, we're futurists.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And let me tell you something else I think is the future when it comes to advertising. I think the future of advertising is no longer looking in the camera and talking to some hypothetical person that's out there. I think the future of advertising is that person watching the video of me selling you or somebody else. Like me and you are debating on why this one versus that one will become the ad for the company. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like if you heard Brad Pitt, for example, and Danny DeVito sitting there arguing over what's better, Gatorade or fucking Prime. And basically Logan Paul hired them to do that.
Correct.
That becomes the most viral fucking ad campaign in the history of the fucking world. It's never going to be somebody going, hello guys. It's going to be almost, I don't want to call it voyeur, but it's in other words, you're not selling direct to the consumer anymore. You're now selling somebody in a video, and the consumer will make their own, the consumer will arrive at their own conclusion from watching your shit.
Yeah.
That's
like,
what
how do you say, like on the video, I always tell my clients, is like, how do you say stop scrolling without saying stop scrolling? And you saw Apple's event yesterday. They said the word AI without saying AI. They actually never said AI throughout the whole event. But the Vision Pro, like this thing that they released yesterday, is all about AI. How do they pull that off?
It's augmented reality.
Yeah, so augmented reality, but it uses a lot of AI to be able to function, but they never use the terminology AI. They actually omitted it.
On purpose?
On purpose. So they said, this is the same way of like when somebody's going, like if somebody watches one of my videos, they're going to stop because I know that they're going to get emotional within the first 5 seconds.
Why?
Because
because you're preparing the sermon.
Preparing density, man. Density.
Dude, I'm going to start preparing the sermon.
The sermon.
That's what I'm doing. Ben, you hearing me out there? We're preparing the sermon from now on.
So that's what I do. Like I focus on making sure that when I put out, if I'm going to put out a video, I've read that script 100 times before I even get on camera.
Well, dude, that's a little prepared.
Yeah, well, and that's what's required though.
I know, but like, dude,
I'm not as good as you.
I know, but that's what's called created content. That's truly what I would say is a content creator, which is why people always ask me about content creator. And I go, I'm not really a content creator. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I'm not a content creator. I let people film me talking shit and handling business and doing my thing.
Yeah.
And then group editors get together and chop it up and grab some of the shit I said and freaking release it. That to me is not content creation, even though yes, it is. And I admit, yes, I guess that is. However, what I'm really trying to say when I say I'm not a content creator is I'm not preparing shit, and I need to.
Yeah.
I need to have both, actually. And I don't know about you because I haven't studied you long enough, but maybe you need both too. Yeah. I don't see enough of you not with the glasses. And by the way, that is also a thing to where someone will be like, oh, that's just like, they won't connect to you because you're always got your glasses and man, he's always the same. Like, is there a person behind that to where you'll permeate and you'll still do it without doing it? But if you opened it up and showed people you like fucking black labs and you do have children and you do have a wife and you are a regular person, believe it or not, you get a whole nother fucking group connecting to you.
Oh yeah.
And that's at the end of the day, I think how you make it, because my brand's called Real, just everything's real. That's how you make shit real, right? Because if I see you in the street and you didn't have your glasses on, I won't even recognize you, bro.
Yeah. No, I have them on all the time.
I know, but do you know that if that's what you brand, nobody's really ever going to recognize you with your glasses off.
Yeah.
They're going to go, why do I know you? And you're going to go, and they're going to go, oh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
But you want to do that? You don't want to put any personal shit on there, huh?
No, there's a mixture of everything. It's very calculated as well.
So if someone's listening and they want to build a personal brand, what would you suggest they do to start? Maybe they have no followers right now.
The cheat code right now is you go discover what you really want to talk about, what you're really passionate about, and then write it in a format where it triggers somebody to have some type of thought come from that message that you created. And I call it, like, in the world of AI, original thought is more valuable. People don't have original thought anymore. The reason we don't have original thought is because we live in an era where everybody's distracted. People pick up their phones all the time. People just, it's very easy to get distracted when something gets challenging. So when you ponder by yourself, I do like the 10,000 steps a day. When I'm doing my 10,000 steps a day, I'm just downloading. And then there's where that 3-5 second script comes from, and that's where the message comes in. So I feel like people are so focused on creating 10 pieces of content, 20 pieces of content a week, 30 pieces. Like it's why do you want to do that? Why?
Well, again, because it works. That's why. Like if you did twice as much, dude, I guarantee you, believe it or not, I'll bet you anything, you would have twice as much.
It worked. Will it work?
Yes. It would work. You need more content out there.
Yeah, well, and I think there's a
you need more, but the way you're doing it, bro, it takes energy, man. It takes preparation.
Think about what I did and what happened. I got more shares than Gary Vee and Mr. Beast combined in 30 days.
Well, again, number one, you're talking about a hot topic.
Correct.
Okay, Chat GPT, that's going viral no matter what.
There's a hot topic every day.
I know, but that's going viral no matter what. Number two, your shit's good. Right. And you did it good. Because again, you caught my attention. I'm scrolling through. Fucking, I see this cool motherfucker with glasses going, "Hey, you want an easy hack?" And bing, bing, bang. And you pointed it out. Here's what you do. And like that's what people want.
Correct.
It's like, fuck, dude. He just told me how to do it. There was no gimmick.
So
yeah, because you're just giving out tips on how to use GPT. Yeah. And I thought, dude, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see that you're selling these courses. Well, you weren't. What you actually do is you help people scale their brands.
Correct.
The Chat GPT is just the content you decided that you're passionate about because you're Digital Jeff, and I'll bet you anything that's the content that's going to make you multi millions. Yes. Why? Well, because, dude, Chat GPT is, in my opinion, an embryonic industry. It's embryonic right now, and there is so much money that can be made because of it. Everyone's worried about all the jobs are going to be lost. I'm thinking about all the things I can do with it. Mm-hmm. Like right now, I could make a book tomorrow and start selling a book tomorrow. That's not even ever been possible before. I could literally say, I want to write a book in the voice of this person, that person, this person, this person, this person, that person, and this person mixed in with me. And I want to talk about the 5 best ways of this. And then all I do is Chat GPT spits it out. And by the way, you don't even have to fucking bullshit anybody. You can literally say, this is me and Chat GPT. Why? Because it is me and Chat GPT if I did that. And this is how you do this.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is you're writing. And you make a bunch of money. That'd take a day. I guess one stupid thing after another you can do. What are some of the things the companies can do to generate leads, or what are the hacks? Like if you were a business owner, because I got a lot of those listening. What is a GPT hack you'd used for a business owner to generate more business for their company?
I think the main one right now is like being able to have your own chatbot that talks like Bradley or talks like Digital Jeff. It's because now you can offer insight or valuable type of advice to people instantly, which now converts into, like, I can go have a conversation with you right now or a million people could.
If I hire you to get all the AI trained up so that chatbot's real, and then consult on how to use it to where it's generating leads for multiple businesses, dude, that's you could make a fortune doing that for people.
Let's do it.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
So if someone's listening, they're like, fuck it, dude, I want to reach out to Digital Jeff right now.
You hit me up on the gram.
But you're able to help them?
Yes, correct.
It's not like you got a full-time job somewhere else?
Nah. I've been 17. I got married at 17. So I'm 21 years.
See, I had my first kid at 17. I didn't get married though.
Well, I got married a week after I found out my girlfriend at the time was pregnant.
See, I was ahead of you, dude. I already humped and had one by the time you got married and found out.
Yeah.
But that's all right, dude. I'm a little ahead of you. That's all right, which would make me more the futurist, like the lead futurist. You're the second futurist.
I'm the second futurist.
I'm the lead futurist here. I just need glasses. Where's my sunglasses? So, dude, I don't know if I interrupted. So how would a business generate more business? You said
I think that's the one right now, because you can.
What'd you say though? I forgot.
You automate DMs. So for example, somebody you're selling a course, for example, you can say comment below XYZ. If they comment that, AI will now act as you to go talk to that person, because you know that
have a full conversation back and forth, as if it's really you.
Yes.
Huh. Well, they have those. They're called chatbots.
Yeah, but so it's a AI version of a chatbot with your likeness.
Yeah, but is that better than what I would normally do? Which is, hey, if you want me to coach you, DM me the word coach, and my team will reach out. And then they hit me with the DM coach, and then mini chats, which is just an automated response. Bam, hands them a link, and the link, bang, puts them on a landing page with a full VSL, yada, 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 yada. Or is it better to let Chat GPT type AI have a conversation with this person and potentially lose a deal?
Well, there's
how good a closer is Chat GPT.
It's not all like either or. You can have both. You can do, for some things, you can do what you just said. That works. Don't move. Don't play with it. But what you can do is, which is like the art of printing money, is you can now offer a subscription service to chat with Brad Lee. 99 cents, $4.99 a month, whatever that is. Now you just printed money, because I can guarantee you there's 20,000 people right now that would buy that service from you. That's what, 2% of your audience, 3% of your audience?
What?
Like 20,000 people? Even at
20% would be a couple 100,000, but it depends on what platform. Because do you calculate your followers by all platforms? Do I say when someone says
platforms,
when somebody says how many followers do you have, can I count them all and just come up with a number?
Yeah.
So then I could say 4,200,000.
I mean, those are real numbers.
Well, not including my podcast, because who knows? It doesn't tell you. All I know is
I would say the podcast would be more valuable.
I know, but I don't know how many like they don't show you the same info. Like right now, there's nothing that shows how many subscribers I have to my podcast. The only thing it shows is how many downloads I get. And then you guess, because again, just because you subscribe to my podcast doesn't mean you download my podcast. So you could have more subscribers than downloads, because you can't have less subscribers than downloads, can you? No, because someone had to download it. So you can have more, but it doesn't tell you how many more. And quite frankly, it's just like when you post. If you post something 3 times a day on your social media, only, from what I hear, only like 14% of your audience sees it.
I mean, the 14% is pretty high.
Yeah, so like people think, well, I post it all day, every day. You think everybody sees it. Everybody doesn't see it, Chief.
No.
You got to post that shit all day, every day for a year and I've seen people where they're like, I did never see that. One time someone says, how come you never tell us when you're having an event? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Every time I'm doing anything, I'm telling you on the stories, on the posts, on the this, on the that. They're like, well, I've never heard of it. And it's like, dude, and he does follow me. So you got to realize everybody that follows you is not seeing what you're posting just because you posted it a few times. Now, how do you leverage Chat GPT to make sure that your reach is better? Is there a way to do that?
The thing is that the reach is based on the platform. It's based on you.
I mean, how would I leverage Chat GPT to blow up my Instagram channel as a content creator?
I feel like, so if it's Brad Lee, I wouldn't recommend use Chat GPT, because you have so much experience.
Because I'm better than artificial intelligence.
Correct.
I'm what you call authentic intelligence, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, but I would recommend,
or it might be the opposite of intelligence. Who knows? That's yet to be seen.
So if there's like a 22-year-old that doesn't have a lot of experience in reading, like he hasn't had a chance to read different books or experience different things in the world, Chat GPT can now I have like an actual formula for what every video needs to have to be successful.
Well, let's hear that formula real quick.
So I don't have it memorized, but it goes something like this. It needs something relevant. We spoke about Chat GPT.
Yeah, relevancy. Relevance, I agree.
All right. It needs cultural significance. Why is it important in culture?
It has to.
These are the elements that I look at for a good video.
Because I have one that's probably got 50 million views, and all I said was Jesus. That's not his real name. And 50 million plus views and counting. That's because I said Jesus wasn't his real name, and it wasn't. Do you know that? It was Yahshua.
Yahshua. Yeah.
So all I said was that, and boom, it went viral. And you see all kinds of people arguing and debating and engaging, and that's what you want. But again, how does that relate to any of my businesses? I'm not a pastor. I'm not trying to get you into a church, and I'm not trying to get you to leave a church. So when someone makes viral content that goes nowhere, does that make you cringe? Because when I see someone having a 50 million view video or something crazy that's like, if they would have had that monetized, if they would have had a plan behind that, like that could have made them wealthy forever.
Yeah.
But you got to have a plan and a strategy, I think, behind your content.
Correct.
And when people say, well, Brad, you don't. And I go, that is true. I don't. But I'm now thinking I want to. Why? Because, dude, I keep seeing all these people making millions per month, bro. Per month. Millions. I know some making millions per week because they had a strategy, and then they, prepared some content, some strategic content, some intentional content, and frickin' they're blowing up, man. Look at Andrew Tate. He did it better than anybody on planet Earth so far. He literally became world famous.
Without an Instagram account, without a TikTok account,
Andrew
without
Tate
a YouTube account.
Andrew Tate is legitimately world famous. President Trump knows who fucking Andrew Tate is. President Trump don't know who I am. I'll bet you fucking Gorbachev, Putin, anybody,
they know,
dead or alive, know who Andrew Tate is. I'll bet you George Washington. I bet you Steve Jobs know who Andrew Tate is. You're gonna be like, no, he died beforehand. He's been notified.
He's been notified. He's up there looking.
Yeah, whatever the plan was worked. If someone's out there right now saying, hey, dude, I want to be the next Tate, what would you have them do?
Go back to the original message, like original thought is the most powerful thing you have right now. Focus on the messaging, what you really believe in. Focus on delivery. Andrew Tate's amazing at delivery. Like people don't know how good he is at delivery. Like they talk about all these other things about him, but it's his delivery. It's the way he says things, and he's very calculated, and he's always...
Well, he's very intelligent. I don't know about calculated. I think he's intelligent. And when you're talking to him, he has, a quick command of his words, and he articulates extremely well.
How old is Andrew Tate?
I don't know.
Probably like 30.
30? I don't know.
33, something like that.
He's fairly young unless he dyes his beard, because when he grows out that beard, there's no gray in it whatsoever.
Yeah, so he's very young, and what I'd say is like he wouldn't be able to do what he did last year if he was 21 years old. And I think that's the big
that
problem.
Is true also.
Yeah, so ideally, like you want to make sure that you have something to say because you've experienced something and you see it, versus going
36.
Back, yeah, 36. You see, so he's at that age.
And by the way, what's funny, if this is true, he was born December 1. And why is that funny? Because it isn't. I thought it was January 1, and I was going to say January 1's even better. Why? Because he showed up on the first motherfucking day of the year. How cool is that? But anyway, dude, so you spend your days looking for hacks on Chat GPT, and you're discovering them, or how do you create that much content? How many things do you drop a day?
I do one.
Just one a day?
One a day.
Because it's higher quality, so I see why. It takes a lot longer. There's more preparation.
Yeah.
Anything long form where you talk for longer than 3 minutes?
I have a podcast with my kids. It's a family podcast.
What's it called?
Los Digitals.
What are you talking about?
We talk about cultural relevance, like Bad Bunny, Peso Pluma.
See, I just heard
Andrew
of this
Tate.
Bad Bunny dude before. I swear to God, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was.
Do you know who Peso Pluma is?
No.
Oh, you're about to find out.
But Bad Bunny now is dating freaking
Kendall Jenner.
It's like, dude, this Bad Bunny, dude, he must be cool like a motherfucker, dog.
Bad Bunny, man.
Dude, he nailed down Kendall. Eee. And he's a musician? Is he a singer? What is he?
He's Bad Bunny, bro. He's above the
Is he
title.
a DJ?
You know, like when you just said earlier about like content, I'm not Bradley's over the like content. If you say Bradley's a content creator, like you're putting yourself into a box. Bad Bunny's Bad Bunny. There's no labels. There's no labels.
See, but I don't get it. You must be a fan. Is he a DJ? Is he a fucking singer?
No, he's
what
a
is
singer.
he?
He makes music. He makes music.
Is he a singer?
He's a singer.
So he's like a
rapper, singer, like a Mexican
so he's like
Drake.
Eminem.
Like a Latin Drake.
Okay, like Drake. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, more like it's softer tones.
And he goes by Bad Bunny. What's his real name? Eugenio
Derbez. Yeah, we're talking about Eugenio Derbez before the pod. But
maybe
yeah,
his real name's Eugenio. What's Bad Bunny's real name? Let's find out if anybody knows.
I have no idea.
What is Bad Bunny's real name? Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio.
Benito. Yeah, Benito.
Dude, he's killing it with the branding. So that's what I'm trying to get at is how do you get all these people like Andrew Tate, Bad Bunny, just that are fucking crushing it with their branding?
Think about how long Bad Bunny takes to make one song.
How long?
I mean, it could take months to make one song.
So preparation is what you're saying.
Preparation, man. Nobody wants to prepare. So if you know this, why aren't you the guy doing the preparation? Because nobody else is doing it.
And that's kind of what you say. Like, why am I not applying what I know?
Yeah.
So you started. And by the way, you went from like 40,000 followers to you're up to what
372 this morning. Yeah.
And growing.
Yeah.
Like after this podcast, you're gonna go bam.
Yeah. I'll be 1 million by the time this podcast comes out.
Yee! Wouldn't that be influential? I wish that were the case.
Yeah.
But if you go to 1 million just because of the podcast drop, that means I have over 1 million listeners, which means every one of those motherfuckers need to be following me too.
Or it could be the whole philosophy of like 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. When you put 1 plus 1, it equals 1,000. When we get together, things happen.
Yeah. Well, dude, I want to pick your brain on some things for me and my companies. I have multiple companies, and every one to me is like they're all strategically intertwined, but they're separate. And so they need separate marketing and separate everything, even though it's collectively from up here, all part of a master plan. Yeah. So I'll share with you that plan, and then you tell me like where you can improve shit, dude, because I'll definitely let you. Chat GPT is another thing. Again, dude, like I'm not afraid of using and leveraging Chat GPT to help me make better content, help me become more prepared to where I can just make more faster. Because that's the only thing me and you've disagreed on. Well,
I didn't get to finish what I was saying earlier. So we spoke about cultural relevance. The next thing I was talk to you about is like, you need some form of real statistics, research database.
You don't even need them.
Well,
watch, I'll prove it. 72% of people that research statistics have never actually researched statistics.
You just gave me a statistic.
Exactly. And I didn't do any research.
There you go. But you need it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't need to prepare for that. Do you know that 31% of the people that prepare crash? Did you know that?
False.
See, where are you getting your data from is what I would ask. Why? Because, dude, you can lie with statistics. In other words,
if you're going to put it out publicly like that, I wouldn't.
But you can. I'm saying.
Oh, you can, but it's where's it going to lead you?
I didn't say to do it.
If I say black is red, or the whole concept of like I'm a woman, am I really a woman? You know, so it's like.
Well, let's go there. No, you would not be.
No. So there we go.
What if you hacked it off and sewed up a slit there?
But what?
What if you hacked your manhood off and just put a little slice there? Would that make it a vagina?
Nope.
Hey, you want to spend an hour a week with me helping you become a business badass? Well, check out my group in the link below.
So I
want to give the Bomb Squad two things. Number one, how important it is to use Chat GPT to leverage their business and blow it up. Because again, right now everyone's like not too sure about it. Like, dude, get sure about it. I don't think it's going anywhere. The question is how do I leverage it to have a better business, to operate my business more efficiently and more effectively?
Yeah. So one is like, you can scale. Let's say you're a good boss. You don't want to get rid of anybody, but you can scale one person to 10, maybe even you can at least double. Let's say you have 10 employees, you now all of a sudden have 20, 30 employees.
Explain how.
So based on what that person SOPs is for the day, like you can now strategically use Chat GPT to make it easier for them to accomplish what they're doing. And now they can instead of what took him 8 hours to do, now takes him 30 minutes.
There you go.
And now you have, 30, you have an empire, you have 50 people working for you. Versus
even though you're only paying 10.
You're only paying 10, but you have 50 people working. I think that's probably like the lowest hanging fruit right now to be able to like scale your business, but
scale your talent.
And the second thing is, if you're a solo operator, right, you can offer these services to people like you, people like me, people that, or maybe not us because we're futurists, but like people that don't know how to use ChatGPT. You can go and knock on people's door. You can go to a lawyer right now, knock on his door, and you can teach all their staff how to use it. And I think if you really get good, you can be hired by those companies to train it. Train it, correct. That's what I meant.
Because right now, if someone said, Brad, if I can come and train the AI to really know your business, really know your name, really know everything, to where we ask it anything, it's going to give us an answer almost fucking as if you gave the answer. I would say yes. And if someone said, well, you got to pay that guy, $8,000 a month just to train AI. That's all he does. $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I'd be like, again, if the end result is what I think it is, I need that person. Why? Yeah. Because if the end result is what I think it is, that means I'm paying $8,000 a month for another me. Yeah. And dude, if I can have someone create another me, shoot. Everyone wants to ask me questions. I say, ask fucking Chat Brad. Okay. We call it Brat. Okay.
I like Bradley GPT.
Yeah. Ask Bradley GPT. Okay. And if Bradley GPT can't solve the problem, then you come see me, the real Bradley. Dude, that's freaking beautiful. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like if you don't have that in your business right now, you're gonna, like, people are just gonna crush you, man. One is like the simple fact that
you have it.
Have what?
Are you one of those dudes that are saying, "Hey, I do this," but you don't do it?
No, I do honestly everything.
So where's the digital chat, Jeff?
Oh, it's coming out. I was telling you about the software. It's coming out. It's integrated into that. So when you ask it a question, anything, when there's going to be like 4 pillar masteries that I've mastered throughout my life, it'll give you the response. It's going to be beautiful. Creator OS, that's the software.
Creator OS, can they download it yet?
14 days I guess by the time this comes out, yes, it'll be available.
Go to Creator OS in the App Store. You can also, by the way, find him creatordecoded.com. Creator Decoded, DECODED, decoded. Mm-hmm. And then at Digital Jeff. So, dude, if you could help thousands, maybe millions of people listening, I'd say billions, but let's be truthful. There's probably only 10, 20 million. No, just joking. But tell the listeners, today, if you were broke, you didn't have any money, how would you use Chat GPT to have at least a couple of $1,000 a week coming in within the next 90 days?
I feel that's actually low hanging fruit. Like, it's very simple to learn Chat GPT. So go, I would hate to sell a course on here, but like, I'm offering the course, or go watch my free videos, learn how to
Where's your free videos?
On platforms, Instagram, TikTok.
Is that your main ones, Instagram and TikTok, or do you have a YouTube?
I have a YouTube that's gonna have more longer form tutorials.
Yeah, if I was you, I would have that thing promoted like a motherfucker. To me, dude, YouTube's the backbone of all of it. Why? Well, because, dude, nobody logs into Instagram and says, "How do I use Chat GPT?" But they do on YouTube.
It's a search
engine. So if your videos are on YouTube, they are more valuable than your videos on Instagram. Now, a lot of people will disagree because TikTok's viral and I got famous on TikTok. You should have drove those famous fucking people right on over to YouTube, where now you can, connect better. Because YouTube is by far the top, and it's the backbone of, to me, the media.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, YouTube. It's unbelievable. I say when I speak, how many people have YouTube channel? And like 5 hands go up out of 1,000 people. And I'm like, every single person needs a YouTube channel, even if you have nothing on it. Right? For business purposes. I'm not talking about you just gotta have one to be yourself. No, for business, if you want to really grow a brand, you need a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but it's the hardest level of entry. Like, in order for you to do a really well produced video, it takes more than just pulling out your phone and
takes speaking. Thought, takes preparation.
It takes preparation. So a lot of people
like, for example, I'll give you three examples of content. So here's a few examples. You ready? Where are we at here? Here we go. For example, here we go. How to make 6 figures in the next 6 months.
With Chat GPT?
No, I mean, how would you prepare to now deliver that content? That's the topic.
Oh, that's the top. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Well, yeah, Chat GPT, dude. I would just ask it that, and it would spit out what they think the 6 are, and then I would read it like a newscaster. But that ain't Bradley. Should I change who I am to fucking fit this format?
No, that's what I was saying. Like I would. That's what I was saying. Like, if I were to instruct you, Bradley, I would like, don't use Chat GPT. You're Bradley.
So what should I do? I should take this topic, because again, someone decided or researched how to make 6 figures in the next X amount of months. I can say 3 months, I can say 1 month, I can say 10 months. But how do I make 6 figures in the next 10 months? Or whatever sounds the best. I think 6 figures in 6 months, because that's realistic. How do I make 6 figures in 6 days? I could tell you, but it's not going to be something most people can do. Anybody can make 6 figures in 6 months. You know what they're going to have to start doing? Sell something. Now, again, if you don't know how to sell, it might take you 6 months to learn how to sell. I didn't factor that in. Yeah. But how do you make 6 figures in 6 months? You sell shit. Okay, that's how you do it. You build a freaking $200,000 business in a year. Well, then you can make a $200,000 or $100,000 in 6 months. That's 6 figures. Yeah,
but think about like where we're at right now. Like in the old world, everyone wanted to be like the lawyers or doctors, and then today's age, everybody wants to be like entrepreneur /
I think everybody just wants to be rich,
influencer, right? And then, but in the future, it's gonna be creators. But it's not the creators that people think or they know about right now. It's a different type of creator.
Well, the best creator in the world, who do you think that is?
Like living right now?
No, creator. Yeah. When I think of the word content creator, I don't put myself in that category, even though I do create content. It's because preparation and thought and all that. That to me is a creator. So like there's people out there creating content that freaking split test and they do all kinds of, research and all this. Like they're fucking working to come out with the best thumbnail, the best content.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, that's who's fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And then how much do you think he's making right now?
I'm sure he's making 10, 20 million a month.
You think he's making more than Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, you ain't got to be Bad Bunny to make stupid money. All you have to do is consistently, prepare, get shit right. Because when you ask Mr. Beast, I've seen people ask, how do you do it? He's like, dude, you make good content over and over again. Sometimes we spend, I forget what he said. I'll just use $1 million. Sometimes we spend $1 million on a video. Who's spending millions of dollars on their videos? Nobody. And they're like, well, that's why, because you have millions. He has millions because he spent millions. You got to start with millions to have millions. That's not true.
That's not true.
So like this topic, how to make 6 figures in 6 days. I could also come up with a topic that says, how do you jumpstart a business that makes 7 figures? Well, again, how do you jumpstart a business? So if I put that into Chat GPT, it'd give me answers, and then I can memorize those answers. Like you said, you read the script 100 times. But you're saying, as Brad Lee, you wouldn't do that. You would just use your own 5 things and spit those out. What if you stumble a lot in the camera? Do you just edit it all out?
Yeah. It's part of editing. It's part of film. Like, this is the thing. Like, when somebody spends 10 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes on your profile, like, are they wasting your time? If they're wasting your time, like, you should you should edit, you should do whatever it takes for them to not waste a second when they're watching your videos.
cut to the chase. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. And then
like if I say, here's the 6 ways you can make $100,000, it's like 1, bang, dang, 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 dang. 2, bang, dang, 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 dang.
Yeah.
So then how do you get to like 10 or 15 minutes?
Oh, you're speaking about YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, so with YouTube, it lends itself to be more.
That's what I call long form, by the way.
Yeah, deep. So you can go deeper on YouTube, but ideally, the first 45 seconds of that YouTube video would need to be scripted, because the first 45 seconds need to be scripted, because that's going to determine whether they watch the video or not. Who gives a fuck about the 6 tip or whatever if they don't even care to watch the first one?
So what's most important, the first 5 seconds?
For YouTube, I would say the first 45 seconds. But for Instagram and TikTok, you got 3 seconds to tap into somebody's emotions.
And
then you got them.
That's what you do? Like, so give me an example of how to tap into someone's emotion.
What I'm about to say is going to hurt a lot of people. Now I got you. Now I got you.
What I'm about to say is going to piss off a lot of people.
Now you got me. Now I'm watching.
But what if I say something and it wouldn't, like, why would that piss off anybody? And you're like, I still got you to stop.
No, because great question, first of all. But the idea is to give somebody, like, you hook somebody with a promise, but then you over deliver times 10 on the promise, because you spent time to think about what that delivery was going to be. So when somebody,
dude, and Ben, if you're out there listening, that's what I've been talking about, dude. See, I'm getting a freaking cosigner right here. It's exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah.
What we need to do in addition to the content I release, I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. It was pretty easy. It's fun. I like it, but I want to add to that thinking, man. What would I actually teach you if I said, what are the 6 ways? Like, let me spend some time. Could take 30, 40 minutes, could take 3-4 days. If I'm really putting in the work to come up with exactly how I want to tell you what I want to tell you, and then I deliver it flawlessly, and then they edit it flawlessly. Like, dude, that takes so much time though.
Yeah, but the depth, man. Think about it. Like one of my videos. It
is depth, but show me someone who's doing that.
That's why you have to do it. Because no one else is. Well, I am. It'll be me, you, and a few other guys, Mr. Beast. You can count them in your hand.
We'll start the fad. We'll start it where people use us as the example. They'll be like, dude, I want to do stuff like fucking Digital Jeff and Brad Lee.
Exactly. I had like Sam, my business partner. He was asking.
Hold on real quick. Do you have anybody researching? No, like, how do you come up with the hacks for Chat GPT? How would I come up with topics for YouTube?
Conversations. So for example, my daughter, she's a runner, right? And she was talking to me, like, I want to start a fitness program, but I don't know who to like what should I do? Like, shit, can I use Chat GPT? I was like, that's a great idea. I created a script based on what she asked me. I onboarded 1 million people in 2 weeks to snackprompt.com through that one video. So it's the conversations you're having with people that give you the idea, because you have the experience, but it's hard for you to go back to when you're 18 to figure out what you were thinking. So like 99% of the audience cannot connect with Brad Lee a lot of the times. The version of Brad Lee right now. So you have to realize, like, okay, how do I talk to my daughter and my son when I'm shooting a video? This 40-year-old guy, how do I talk to them for them to actually listen? And that's what I did. So
I don't know. So what's the answer?
The answer is the answer will come to you. But if you ask the right question, the answer will come to you. And ideally, what actually happened is that video was on every social media page, like fitness social media page. Every influencer was talking about it.
Do you know my version of what you're talking about was, I said, if you wake up, in the morning, and you realize you got $10 million, how would you feel? Everyone's like, oh, I feel amazing.
I saw that video.
Yeah, dude, listen, Dana White shared it with a bunch of UFC guys. I just had John Jones or somebody, Israel Adesanya.
You broke the matrix.
Well, Israel Adesanya is talking about it, and he's talking about my video. Someone sent it and said, Dana White just sent this to me and all my friends, bro. Like, you're going viral, blah, 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 blah. I had, millions of fucking views on it. and shit I don't even know about. Like, in other words, they took my video and played it on theirs and got millions of views on it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, you're scrolling on your feed, but you see yourself.
But that has nothing to do with me or my business. So that viral video didn't necessarily make me $1 million or anything. So like, how do I attach the two? Why have a big brand if it's not going anywhere?
Think about Mr. Beast, right? Has he ever sold a course?
I don't know what he does for a living.
He sells product though.
No, he sells
chocolate bars now.
Does he?
Yeah.
He also has fucking good hamburgers, dude.
He's got hamburgers. So think about it like that. Like is that
licensing though? I think it's licensing. He ain't selling burgers. He made a deal to call it Mr. Beast Burgers.
Yeah. So, like Uber Eats, where you can order from any kitchen.
Yeah.
So he pretty much allowed people to create his burger with his ingredients from different restaurants across he literally broke the fucking matrix too. Like the way he launched that product, he didn't build any kitchens. He didn't hire any chefs. He didn't teach anybody. He didn't go and build.
Here's the recipe. You can make money by selling Beast Burgers.
Yeah. And then he didn't hire any delivery workers. Uber, it was genius the way he launched that.
Yeah.
And, but think about Brad Lee right now and think about Brad Lee in 2025. Two different guys.
Yeah, well, they need to be.
Yeah.
Because you need to constantly evolve and grow and develop.
Don't think about
I want to elevate the game.
Don't think about your strategy as like, I got to make a video that's aligned with the product that I'm selling. Yeah, you can make those videos. You should definitely make those videos. But you should also make videos of what you want to talk about.
See, that's the thing, though. I don't know what I want to talk about. When you said that earlier, I was thinking, what is mine? Like, for example, because when you're passionate about it, it's 10 times better, right? When I debate somebody, it's way better content. Everybody's like, more into it, goes more viral because of the confidence, the passion behind it. What do I want to talk about? Dude, if someone said, Brad, what do you want to talk about? I don't necessarily want to talk, believe it or not. So what do I want to talk about? I don't want to talk about shit. Okay, I'd like to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of my days.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why?
Well, because, time's running out.
That's what you want to talk about. Time's running out.
Yeah, but time is running out, dude. And everybody's sitting there like there's 21-year-old kids out there thinking, oh, listen to this old man. I got all my years ahead of you. You don't fucking know that, you little pipsqueak motherfucker. Okay, you might die tomorrow, bitch.
That's the content right there.
But you see what I'm saying?
You just created your strategy right now.
I know, but what is that? What strategy is that? That's me just saying real shit.
You're tapping in.
And by the way, what do you think about cussing? Because I got a team that does the editing and whatnot. And I saw a comment the other day that's like, dude, I'm unfollowing, which I didn't care about, but someone said, dude, I'm unfollowing you. You just fucking bleeped out the word ass. He said, dude, they say ass on South Park. Give it a break. Because again, my team sometimes, goes overboard with the can't say this, can't say that. Well, again, because they get these lists from Instagram that Instagram's admittedly saying, you say these words, they're going to fucking suppress your shit.
Do you have any strikes?
I don't know what a strike is.
Like you did something where they had to remove one of your videos or?
Oh yeah, fucking a million. Why?
I would say if it's costing where they could shut down your platform, I would say, yeah, don't use the
word.
Well,
I've never had any serious violations of community guidelines, but like they've said, you can't say this, it's hate filled. And when you go look at it, it's like, hate filled? What did I say? And they're like, oh, you said gay. And I'm like, gay is hate filled? I wasn't talking badly about gay people. I wasn't saying anything disparaging about being gay. Like, how is it hate speech? And it's because these algorithms just pick up gay, hate speech. Someone's talking shit about gay people. No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Right? So those type of things, I had a few, but we appealed them and then they go, oh, okay. And then they let them go. So I've never really had a strike like bad.
Yeah.
I've had flags.
So just keep doing
TikTok. I had more strikes for some reason.
Yeah. So the video that went uber viral got 25 million views, got taken down off TikTok.
My video. What? What were you saying?
All I said, I was like, people are gonna hate me for teaching you this, but I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. So that on Instagram it did well. But on TikTok, it got removed after a couple of.
I might have saw it on TikTok, dude.
Yeah, well,
I just remember seeing you, and I thought, because I don't personally reach out to many people and invite them on a podcast. when I saw you, I'm like, dude, this guy, I want to fucking chat with this motherfucker on dropping bombs so the bomb squad can pick up on what he's laying down, because I believe it. You better figure out Chat GPT. You better start using it to leverage your business. You can use it to build a personal brand. You can use it to get yourself ahead. You can use it to scale yourself. And the tips you were given, dude, made sense. And I was noticing that you were just straight up giving them. Yeah. And now again, I'm thinking, well, what's this dude's doing? What is he doing it for? And think about it. There's probably about 20,000 influencers that are talking about AI right now. Why do you only see me and 2 other guys? Well, again, marketing, branding, intention, discipline, preparation. This idea doesn't come from the purple background, and the glasses, and all that music. I don't think that's it. But I think that it contributes. It contributes, correct. It's because if your information would have been stupid, I probably wouldn't have done anything. Yeah. But it was like, hey, I over delivered on the promise. And you might have said, people ain't gonna like me telling you this, but you can make your own book. But that's what I meant by, like, why would anyone give a fuck if you're telling us how to make our own books? Well, it's like this idea of like big idea simplified. Have you like? That's what I do for life. I simplify shit. I provide clarity in a world of chaos. So when I told my daughter Chat GPT, she's like, "What are you talking about?" I said AI. She's, "What are you talking about?" If I say one-click book, okay, I just simplified AI. You saw it, how we created a book instantly right now. You saw how we replaced your fitness trainer. Now you have somebody kind of. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, dude, you can be a fitness trainer all of a sudden. Yeah, because dude, you don't need to know fucking nutrition. AI knows nutrition better than all the nutritionists know nutrition. Yeah, now you're a motivational coach. You can be a fucking Chat GPT guru. Yeah, you literally could. You could, yeah. But someone's gonna be like, realizing you're getting it from Chat GPT, then they would go ask Chat GPT. But the problem is you're gonna get different answers. Why? Because you ask different questions. And the key to all this, bro, is knowing what to ask. That's a key to life too. I always tell people, if you really want to get what you want out of life, dude, you got to figure out the right question and ask the right person the right question. Because you can ask the wrong person the right question and not go anywhere. You can ask the freaking right person the wrong question and not go anywhere. But if you ask the right person the right question, you can go anywhere you want in life. I always tell people, bro, you know why you don't have everything you want in life? Why? Because you don't know the right people. At the end of the day, if you knew the right people, you'd have everything you wanted. People try to argue that. They try to debunk it somehow. No, dude, if you knew the right people, you'd have everything you wanted in life. So if the answer is, God damn, he's right. Well, then what's the solution? What's the remedy? Meet more people. Meet more people. Which is exactly what I tell people. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. Like, quit trying to figure out how to make more money and just start introducing yourself to people. Why? Dude, people is where the revenue comes from. Revenue could come this way right now. Both ways. Both ways, correct. But if I didn't reach out, I didn't introduce myself, I didn't invite you out here, or you wouldn't have came, guess what? No revenue would have come. And I'm sitting here, I don't have time to talk to Jeff. I need to figure out ways to make revenue. It's stupid. Like, dude, go introduce yourself. Go meet people. Go expand your network. Because literally all the dollars you've ever derived or will ever derive come from that network. Now, if I just said this, again, these guys are going to chop this up and make it a cool clip, and everyone's going to be like, oh, that's smart. But again, see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't prepare for this, and I wouldn't have been able to do this had we not been chit-chatting. So how do you get the genius even though you're fucking prepared and almost acting? So think about it like this, is like, especially when your brand is real, and keep it real. So how am I supposed to go into a studio and pretend? Hello, everybody. It's Bradley. I'm back to share with you the 6 ways that'll literally blow your mind. No one's going to like me telling you this, but hold on just a minute, because I'm going to tell you what's going to make everybody die. Oh, man. So that's not real. Nah, that's not real. And I would never tell you to do it like that. Well, how would you tell me to do it? I would need to spend time with you to be able to figure that out. I can't tell you like right now, but I'd be able to figure it out. It's like, think about it like this. How much would you pay me? How much would you pay me to do that? How much would I pay you? Depends how much money I'm going to make. Yeah, but dude, isn't that hilarious? Like, that's another reason to build a big personal brand, because you can literally, if you're a big enough brand, I'm not saying I am, but if you're a big enough brand, you could have people that would normally charge you to do shit for you for free. They do it for celebrities all day long. Why? Because if Brad Pitt fucking likes you, if Brad Pitt fucking uses you, if George Clooney uses you, if freaking, Jeff Bezos uses you, if Mark Zuckerberg uses you, then everybody else is going to use you. Elon Musk, you're Elon Musk's hairdresser. Well, what do you think everybody wants now? Oh, I fucking want that hairdresser because it's Elon's. So once you build a big enough brand, dude, you start to get opportunities left and right. So if you leverage Chat GPT to build your brand, then your brand ends up like being in nursing. Who knows what you're in? But you've leveraged Chat GPT to build up that brand and make you a subject matter expert. Dude, you're fucking.
It's also important to mention right now. Like if you're listening to the podcast, timing is also, there's relevancy with timing. You have a window right now to be able to do this. At a certain point, think about when the internet came out. There was a lot of people that were against the internet. It's going to ruin the world, yada, yada, yada. But people like me, 15, 16-year-old kid, I learned HTML, instantly started building websites. I almost went to jail at 17 for creating a website because I thought it'd be funny, thought it'd be a joke, but I made fake IDs for all my friends and I posted them on the website, as a joke, but the website ended up going viral in those days. And point being is that I saw the opportunity to learn the internet thing. What is that internet thing? And at the very essence was learning how to build a website. If you can build a website, then I can charge every attorney around town how to make.
Doesn't know how.
Yeah, I can go show.
You
them.
Still can, by the way.
You still can. People are still paying for these services. By the way, so people still call me for that all the time. But
eventually, I would. As soon as I heard about Chat GPT, I went and started testing it. First thing I ever asked Chat GPT is, what is the best way to use Chat GPT? Because if you're so fucking smart, you'll give me the answer I'm looking for right now. Yeah. What is the best way to use this bitch? It didn't have a very good answer, but it had a pretty intelligent answer. In other words, it was almost like, nah, I was hoping for some big secretive, great question. You've just unlocked millions.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen that way. Then I asked it, if I save $700 a month every month for 30 years at 10% annual interest rate, how much money would I have? And it didn't have the right answer.
Oh, so
and I'm like, yeah, fuck ChatGPT.
So the best way to use ChatGPT,
lost interest.
It's not asking ChatGPT, it's having these conversations like I'm telling you. So you look around, if you understand culture, if you're tapped into like what people do, their actions from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep, if you understand that, then you know what to use ChatGPT for. Think about this one prompt that we created, the fitness trainer prompt. Got 1 million downloads in 2 weeks, and that came from a conversation with my daughter. In 10 seconds, we had the idea.
Okay, so like the other day I said, listen, I want to tell people, if people break up, you got to pick a side. I'm tired of these fucking people trying to stay neutral between couples. If you're friends with a couple and they break up, you got to pick a fucking side.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, that's so.
But how do I talk 15 minutes on it?
Why do you want to talk 15 minutes?
How would I prepare for that one? See, everything I am passionate about is more of a rant. I don't know how to prepare for them.
You've heard of...
all I can do is think, because you use the word think. I can think. That's what I can do. Like I've told these guys, listen, you want to know, because they get to pick the topic. How do I make 6 figures in 6 weeks? Okay, you can pick that. And then now let me ask you my question. My answer might be, you fucking can't. It's highly unlikely. Stop being a dumb fuck. Get real. Your problem's you're fucking an idiot and you're believing in dreams still. Like, stop. Blah, 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 blah. That might be my answer. But that's what I want to film. And I don't know that that's structured.
I'll help you find that structure. I feel like there's no...
You can help me do that?
Yeah. So think
about
it.
Can you help other people do that?
Correct. Yes. So think about it like the way Kanye does an album, right? He's a producer, but he's also making the beats.
So you're like Kanye.
I'm the Kanye of content. I can create your album, your 808 and Heartbreaks, or I can formulate that into a format. Then you know what? Okay, we're gonna make these 15 hits in this next.
Who's
two
better,
months.
Kanye or Dr. Dre?
Kanye.
You think?
Yeah,
dude. I don't know. I'd have to argue that. Well, Dr. Dre, dude. He Eminem. He has NWA, Eminem. Like he's made a lot of hits.
No, I agree.
He's the doctor they tell you to go see when you need to make some money.
I think the thing with Kanye is he evolved beyond the producer. He was the one making the beats. Nobody wanted to he wanted to rap, and they were like, no, you can't rap. You're the guy making the beats. They're like, no, I can rap too. And then he rapped and he made Jesus Walks, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I want to make fashion. No, you don't make fashion. You're a rapper. So he's making fashion now. He just keeps.
Yeah, but they silenced
so that's the
him
difference
now.
between him and.
They said he was crazy. Kim got in his way somehow. Next thing you know, everybody's thinking, oh, Kanye's crazy. I'll bet you ain't seen the last of Kanye.
Oh, no, you haven't.
I'm going to get Kanye on Dropping Bombs, by the way.
You need to get
I'm going to have Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Kanye West.
Let's go.
I'm going to frickin' be the interviewer of the ones people want to know about. Yeah. Starting with Mr. Motherfucking Jeffery Castillo.
Let's go.
Why Castillo? Are you, what's your background?
Mexicano.
Yeah.
Jalisco. Where tequila's made.
Jalisco.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I appreciate you flying all the way here to get this knocked out. When this episode drops, I'm sure your shit's going to blow up. Where would you want them to hit you most? DM?
Yeah, if you go to Instagram, there'll be a link there in my bio. Hit that link and you'll find a way to connect with me.
Oh, Digital Jeff. Bomb Squad, go out there. Listen, more importantly, make sure you use and leverage Chat GPT or you're going to get slammed. I guarantee you. Go follow this dude because he's dropping all kinds of tips. We only talked about a few, but he's dropping all kinds of tips on a daily basis on how to leverage Chat GPT as a content creator, as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a there's a million of them. And then make sure you go rate and subscribe to this podcast. As always, until next time, keep it real.
What I accidentally invented for myself solved their problem as well. And then that solved dealers' problems and companies' problems and individuals' problems. You see, I made an adjustment. I wasn't afraid to change. Because if you think about it, you must change. If you don't change, everything's going to stay the same.